So after spotting that weekly bearish candle from last week, I discovered that Friday, this was Friday's candle on the daily time frame. So I was like, you know what? I would like to see price pull back into here. Right here. What was I doing? I was following the simple concept of market structure. It didn't play out this time, but that was exactly what I was doing, right? Look at what price did here previously. Low. It was the same thing I look out for. This same thing I did this week was the same thing I looked out for last 2 weeks before my last analysis, because I didn't release any video. Was it last week? What am I saying? I knew that before my last video, the last time I released a video was 2 weeks earlier, right? So look at how price went back, market structure wise, came back, created a new lower low. So I was expecting that, hey, to come back here. You know how I like to do my market structure, then continue lower again. That was the idea. All right. So I could spot that. And I said, okay, you know what? I am bearish biased, but I want to see price go bullish before we drop again. Now, I need to now go to the 4-hour time frame. So now plot my levels. Now, this was what I now did. And I'll plot the level there. Price was trading around here at the time. So I wanted to see price pull back into that daily area. Then we sell off again. Now, on the 4-hour time frame, obviously, we didn't get any confirmation. So even though I wanted to sell here, since I didn't get the confirmation, no trade. It's as simple as that. No trade. Price blasted up. Fantastic. Has my bearish bias changed? No. Why didn't I sell? I didn't sell because I would have loved to see I'm bearish bias. That's my bias, right? But why didn't I sell? I didn't sell because even though I wanted to see price come here before I sell, since I didn't get a confirmation there, if price had continued to this higher region here, where I predicted this whole bearish move from my previous video before the last video, I would have sold from here. Why? Because I am bearish bias going into this week. But for the fact that price didn't come into this obvious zone, of course it came here, though it was still an active sell. I mean, if you had plotted the resistance level around here, that means you are not doing anything wrong selling. The price still didn't even touch it the way I would have loved if you see properly. So I wasn't just convinced about it, because another reason is this. I knew that to a certain degree price is going to fall. That's my bias. But I was looking at where my stop loss will be. It will be too far away. Just imagine me placing a trade here and then putting my stop. I won't put my stop loss here. That's one thing I won't do. I won't leave it exposed. I want to put it above. I want to hide it above here. So even though I got in on the sell, well, I would have been halfway to 1-to-1 by now. But I just didn't like the fact that my stop loss is this far away. So I would have preferred if my entry was maybe somewhere around here, and this is a more reasonable stop loss for me. So it's not just even about the entry. I'm also looking at how big of a stop loss I am willing to take or not take. The distance is too far. So if price had come into this zone, I would have sold. But now that it didn't come, now it is coming back down, I will sell. Now going into tomorrow, my laptop just logged me out of the session. Kindly confirm if you can hear me, please.
Yes, I see you now.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. So let's continue. So now, remember, my bias from the weekly time frame is, hey, I want to sell. Then I went to the daily time frame to look for market structure. If I didn't see any market structure on the daily time frame, I would have gone to the 4-hour time frame. I already have my bias from the weekly time frame because it's a new week, so I want to see how it goes for the previous week, you know. But unfortunately for me, I couldn't get an entry. Okay, let me confirm. Thanks for pointing that out, sir. Let me confirm. Okay, yes, it is still recording. It is still recording. All right. So So yesterday, being Monday, price took off, failed to give me my entry. That has not changed. My bias has not changed. I'll talk about when my bias changed. Maybe that will be tomorrow, not today. All right. But let's focus on sticking with our bias. So my bias has not changed. I'm a seller, you know. So that's exactly what I'm looking for. So price came in, failed to give me a rejection at my preferred sell zone, broke above it, fine and good. Now, if I go to the daily time frame, you will see that yesterday's candle was bullish. So why didn't I say, okay, today's candle is going to be bullish too? Because I am still working with the weekly time frame. This is why we are going to spend time here, because there are so many things I need to explain here. All right. But let's stick to the bias. Let's stick to my weekly bias and why I'm only interested in selling Euro USD. So you will notice that even though yesterday's candle, this is yesterday's candle, because we're on the daily time frame now, bullish, but I'm a seller. As a matter of fact, if you even look at market structure here, price failed to respect here, but it respected somewhere around here. Even though it poked out, the body of the candlestick was respecting the swing point, but let's not talk about that. All right. Let's go back to that 4-hour time frame. So now price is beginning to fall. Obviously, today's candlestick is going to close as a bearish candlestick. So which means tomorrow I'll be expecting bearish price action. Now, there are two places I want to sell. My original zone, now I'd like to see price break below it, retest it, then I'll sell. Another scenario will be for price to market structure, come back to this zone here. Something like this. Market structure, we just created it. Let me even do this from the scratch. So something like this, price did this, created a high, a higher low, equal high, new lower low. So let's say for whatever reason, price now does this. This would be the lower high. This is where I want to get in. But in this case, I'll be conservative. I think I'll put my stop loss above here, just in case price wants to attempt this high before selling off. But if I enter below here, my stop loss will definitely be above here. But if I enter around here, then I'll put my stop loss above here. That's far enough, at least. Though, but I'll still explain the concept of stop loss later. We have a topic for that, right? So, but I'm just trying to tell you that, hey, I could, if I get a confirmation from here, I could sell. My target still remains here. Now, am I definitely going to win this trade? I don't know. This is just me sticking with my bias. That's all I know. I'm only focusing on what I can control, which is my bias. I don't know if it's going to hit stop loss. I don't know if it's going to be a bad week. I don't know. But if anyone asks me what's my game plan, this is my game plan. Or these are my game plans. So first of all, what can you notice? What can you notice here? I needed to generate a bias, first of all. I've seen situations whereby I can say, hey, I want to sell for the week. And then you'll notice that at the end of that week, price actually was super bullish. But I actually made money on that same sell. Okay, this is a typical example. This is even a typical example of what I'm talking about here.